President Geingob was responding to a question by Nudo regarding the possible compensation for former fighters under the Southwest Africa Territorial Forces SWATF and Kufut units. The group has for years been demanding war veteran status and be accorded the same privileges that former plant fighters have.
I know that some of these colleagues on this last topic, they are demanding, the repealing of the act. It is with a understanding that it was unconstitutional, but I think it is really out of our mandate, even as member of parliament, to come and entertain, the repeal of an act of parliament without, discussing and have a blessing of parliament.
The former SWATF members have also scaled up their demands over the remainder of the $36 million given to government by its South African counterpart.
Again, humanitarian aspects, I told them that too. As Namibians, we have a right to be treated equally. If you are over 60 years old, you must get pension like any other person. If there are other things, others are getting as Namibians, old people and so on, poor people, you must get the same. At a nice meeting, they raised the issue of $36 million that South Africa gave to them and the shared with SWAPO. Lucky enough, I was the Prime Minister at that time. It was 36 million, it's true. South Africa then gave 12 to Kufut and 12 to SWAPO, I would say. But no cent came to them, but it was through the bank. South Africans were running it. What happened to 12? We don't know. I said, keep on, go and ask South Africans. Even that time we would say, why are you withholding 12 million? Is it because of other activities you're going to undertake or so on? So that one is clear-cut case, and I've said it in Parliament when I was there that time.
The group once again recently attempted to march to State House from their camp along the Clemens Kapua Street. However, they were blocked and instead handed over their petition to Samuel Tomakosep, the permanent secretary in the presidency.
I'm Willem Bekers, standing on behalf of SWATF. The reason for this opportunity which we have created is to highlight our plight and I give a certain version of from where we have been coming and from where we have been born and where we have been raised and where we access. In short, a short history about the Khoisan people. Protea, called Efa by the Dutch, is the first Khoi woman to appear in the European records of the early settlement at the Cape as an individual personality and active participant in cultural and economic exchange. Efa joined Commando Jan van Riebeeck's household at the Dutch fort at around age 12 years. She was closely related to Udaswa, chief of the Khoikhoi. But it is unclear whether her family sent her to the Dutch to work and learn the language or whether she made this decision on her own. She learned to speak fluent Dutch and Portuguese and act as an interpreter for the Dutch for the most of her life. She converted to Christianity in 1664, married a Danish surgeon, Peter van Meerhof, who was rising in the service of the Dutch East India Company. Together they had 3 children. After his death on an expedition to Madagascar, Efa became an alcoholic and was eventually sent to the prison colony on Robben Island for disorderly conduct. She died in 1664 and was given a Christian burial. The reason for highlighting the point here is I am a descendant and an offspring of Efa, being called, of a Protea being called Efa. And after so many years, and that the impression of the white people from Europe that they are the owners of Africa. We have been kicked out from South Africa. And my great-great-parents have moved to Southwest Africa to establish a living conditions for them. The white Europeans call us the savages and have taken upon them by sending mercenaries with the Bible in one hand and a gun in the other hand and put laws upon us which was not conducive for our living. They have tried to civilize us, and they have achieved in the so-called civilization of our people by virtue of the fact to turn around and become the savages. In that they start killing our people, the headmen under whose laws we have been operating and we have been existing. We, as Christians and Africans, are not mostly black people. We are Khoisan, are different colors. And we, as have been integrated and have been learned the discipline by the white men, have embraced all and sundry, black, white, and purple in our country. But today, we realize it was to be our parent. The first instance in the World War II, created by the white men in their own countries, have impact upon us, whereby the Germans come and nearly wipe out the Hereros and the Namas. And after that, Britain, which nearly have been kicked by the Germans, have taken upon them the British colony under Queen Elizabeth and bring South African whites minority group who have their own laws and have enslaved us to the extent of extinction. We therefore are pledging to you, the Europeans, who are still paying your tax money, to start revoking these laws who are enslaving us because of the certain and the following reasons. South Africa was a colony and was not having the laws to colonize a colony, another colony. These people have come in with the gun in their hand, murdering our families and people, and as if you have been able to take it on record and it is in your archives. You people have taken our ancestor, Sarki, and you have put her up in the museum, which is an inhuman act. And as part and parcel of that, the creation of being a god to take a mandate upon you, to put up incomers as the administrative laws in our country, Southwest Africa, have become unbearable. Being alive today, enslaved under the laws of the minority South Africans, which have been called by those occupiers today, the Swapos, as colonizers of this country. I want to say in short and clear language, we have been born. We rise up in Southwest Africa, born and bred, grew up, enslaved and forced by the minority whites laws to become soldiers. You come back after 1960 when you revoked the mandate which you gave to the South African colonies. You started negotiations with another incomers and migrants to enslave us once more. You fail in due diligence of remember that even the Khoisans are being part of actually the owners of this country, Southwest Africa. You started by calling our country Namibia without having any consultative meeting to understand what we feel about it, or whether we are going to like to live under the Osibambo people. Osibampos have been brought in by the white people as laborers. They have been put up in a camp where they multiply, and today they are running the show. Once more, with the blessing of the United Nations, who have put up this 435, the so-called Resolution 435, and the so-called Reconciliation Pact. You, the Europeans, Americans, your taxpayer monies are being misused to killing us systematically. being sleeping hungry, getting sicknesses, being casted out as nobodies. You are reading the laws put up by these people. Now today, we are going to use this opportunity to understand and highlight that your international law and the constitution which have been drafted by you for SWAPO is null and void practice. Because SWAPO have been operating under their unwritten manifesto for the past 35 years. Imagine, you put up a law whereby you say and stipulate that the integration needs to be 50-50 in the part of plain fighters and the SWAPO. But the plain fighters, after the independence, 98% of them become soldiers. Another 65% of them have been integrated in the so-called system of the administrative arm of the government. But 0.0 are reflecting on the part of SWAPO and their families. Education, it's only was and still meant for the Wambu people only. The bursaries which they attend is 98% for the Wambu and the other 2% need to be shared among the other tribes. We, the Nama, the Khoisan, together with the Herero, have been losing land through the white occupation. This land has been transferred through the so-called resettlement program to those people who never and will never be part of Namibia, of Southwest Africa. So the creation of the name changes was for the self-entitlement of creation of a Wambu country. And today, when we requested for our monies which we have worked for, the pension monies which have been deducted from our salaries through Sanlam, Old Mitchell, Bell Mitchell, and the so-called South African Creation Fund, we are being called murderers. We are getting threats from those who are supposed to be the leaders. The president naming Simon Yoma, and the second one, Mohamba, and the Minister of Defense, Kapofi, and then the one which is now integrated as the Deputy Minister, Charles Lucky Lips Mubita, who even are not from this country but are incomer, are causing threats to the security of the whole region. So we are humbly requesting you people to stand up for your righteousness and assist us so that we can take this matter to the international court. As you have seen and realized, we are not given the opportunity to say our side of the story or state our side of the story. Kasinga, Kolumbasis, where the Wambu people have been killed. We all have been saddened by this very two facts. But the opposition party leaders are sitting with the truth, which stipulated that the leaders of the SWAPO was also on the payrolls of the South African minority. And they are falsely making use of the SWATF and the Kufut name to enrich themselves. Now we are questioning you today because we don't see us as a veteran. We have been kicked out of the system where we have been working and have been receiving salaries and have been having a better life under the white occupation, but we have lost because of this 435, which have been used and which have been manipulated by the United Nations himself because of the resources of this country. Now we are sick and tired of being excluded from everything because of our children and the future generation. Because our children doesn't have schools like us. We can't even afford being placed in a better position to enter a bank or a financial institution with our business plans. Because everything are being taken away from us. They, and you will understand after reading their unwritten manifesto, which we are also planning to place on this group.